Hey, I'm Jay from the Cub Scouts. Welcome back to another episode of 60 Parsecs. There is a new DLC with this game. We get to play as a new character, and there's some new missions for us to do. We're going to check them out right now and see what that's all about. If you guys are cool with that and you're down with that, everybody get ready and buckle up, because here we go. Okay, so the new character we get to play as is this girl right here. Her name is April Angeli, a young mechanic who spent most of her life working in her family's garage in New Orleans with her father and older brothers. Sick of only servicing bicycles, April got into a fight with her family and joined the Astro Citizen program to tinker her way into space. She's pretty average at agility, she's a dumbass, and she has mediocre strength, so let's blast off and let's try to get a new ending with this girl. Okay, so she's swaying back and forth like a Mortal Kombat character, and the people that we gotta get are just like Baby Bronco and Emmett, you know, no big deal, just these little baby dick bastards. Emmett is all the way over here. Of course you'd be all the way in the corner, you son of a gun. And I think I'm talking out of my ass because I barely grabbed anything. Let me get this rock stuff right here, and I don't have enough time, so we just gotta make do with what we got. This is the new DLC character. Her name is April Angeli. Let the quest to get an ending with this captain begin. Captain, it is important to keep yourself and your crew well fed. One portion of delicious canned soup is enough to sustain a human for a few days. Whatever you took from the space station will have to last you for a while, unless you want to eat your own crewmates. I mean, I'm always down to eat my crewmates' ass.
Stop it.
They're asking me to do a routine supply check. I can do it right now. Like, we got 9 cans of soup. Bam, routine check is done. But I guess I gotta get one of these motherfuckers to do it. So we're gonna choose Emmett because he's brilliant. You guys see that? Intelligence is brilliant. April's actually flexible. Whoa. I mean, damn, girl. You know what I'm saying? You can hit my line anytime. Your attention is required, Captain. This is most abnormal. We are registering unknown transmissions. Okay, so we might get in contact with a planet. I am going to use April because, you know, we've never used her. So we're going to use her now. And let's see where she takes us. T-minus 3 days? Okay, we could do that. So our captain's goal is to repair or upgrade 10 items and find an appropriate landing spot. I feel like I'm talking really fast today, you know? I think I'm just excited because there's a new DLC with this game, but I feel like I'm just like yapping. What's that you're drawing, Captain? Is that supposed to be ham? I understand you're fed up with soup and you're reminiscing about Earth food. I would advise you don't go down that road. Here, I have a useful program for just the occasion. It's called Everything Is Not All Peaches and Cream. It should help you focus your mind on different things. Would you like to start this process? I guess. I don't even really know what that does, but I have no resources to do anything, so we're not gonna do any of that, and we're just gonna move on to the next day. I guess that scenario kind of eases your sanity? I don't know, we'll figure it out. Success, Captain. Your culinary urges have been kept under control. We spent the afternoon talking about things other than food, and then circled back to agree on the many merits of tomato soup, aka that was completely pointless. Like, that whole scenario had nothing to do with anything. It was just filler. We are experiencing minor technical difficulties with the communications console. In other words, we are completely deaf and blind. Okay, so we're on our Helen Keller shit. I cannot pinpoint the origin of this malfunction, but I am registering an intensifying tonal signal. Captain, it's a bomb! The countdown will be over soon. Do something, Captain! Okay, we're gonna put on our bomb-resistant vest, I guess, and then we're gonna survive that. And everybody is looking like shysta, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna be the good captain, and I'm gonna give them some tomato soup. You know, we're gonna open that can up, and we're just gonna go, You pulled the bomb out and wrapped it in the protective layer of armor. The muffled kaboom was scary, but no one was hurt. Kabooms are always scary, guys. Like, you cannot say the word kaboom without thinking,
God damn, that's pretty scary.
And we are landing in T-minus 1 day. So we gotta repair the armor because we don't know what we're about to get into. And the shuttle lacks the EM shielding found on larger vessels, aka we just got a space sunburn from the sun, so we got to use the first aid kit before we all just completely have like 3rd-degree burns. And now we're about to see what planet we're about to land on. Please be a new planet. I'm crossing my butthole. No, it's Mootopia. I don't want to land on Mootopia. What the fuck? Captain, we were able to detect transmissions of unknown origin. Unfortunately, the communications console was damaged during landing, and we cannot make anything out of them, or reply for that matter. We could hardwire a primitive field communicator to bypass the damaged subsystems and access the shuttle's external transmitter and receiver. Alright, we're just gonna ET phone home that bitch because I have no idea what the hell that means. And we have 6 cans of soup, so that should feed the 3 Stooges 2 more times, and we're good to go. So far, so good. I mean, we're not looking that good, but we're not looking that bad. We have like enough items that I think we need, and we contacted the outside world, so my goals have been achieved and now they're updated again. So let's see what it is. We gotta await contact, And we got to repair or upgrade 10 items. So we got to do that for April because she's our new captain. And also, I keep forgetting to, like, make people scavenge. So let's see here. We can go to the canyon and we can get some of that electricity. Or we can go to the desert, get some of that rock stuff, but some tentacle hentai is going to be, like, our hazard. Or we can go to a dig site and we can get a shovel and electricity, but our hazard is grass. And if we go to the cave, we can get a rock, but our hazard is, like, some black-tight butthole. And if we go to the temple, we can get chemicals and the artifact, but our hazard is whatever the hell that is. So we are going to send out Baby Bronco because we ain't scared of no shit that looks like this. All right, guys? We some freaking warriors out here. So let's end the day and let's go get all that material. Captain, there's an ancient monument nearby. My scanners indicate this site was previously occupied. Part of the structure seems to have been unearthed for a while. Whoever was here left in a hurry. There is still some equipment left. I think I can identify some tools down there in the excavation site. Care to have a look around and see if we can find anything useful, Captain? Sure, why not? We don't have anything else going on for us, so we might as well do that. Let me see my goals. I still gotta await contact. Okay, I gotta await contact, and I gotta await Baby Bronco to come back. And he actually came back. You descended toward the bottom of the excavation site. It wasn't hard to see what spooked the previous occupants. At the base of the monument was a disturbing relief showing a flying creature made of pasta and meatballs. The horror! The memory of that atrocity will follow you for a long time, but the search proved fruitful. You found a utensil that you assume was used for digging. You find some solace in the fact that shovels seem to look the same across the galaxy. Okay, so we got +1 shovel. And Baby is back. He's my baby, matter of fact. And he brought back 2 chemical, 4 soup, and a first aid kit? Whoa. And our systems are working below their optimal levels. I was able to determine that our wiring might be at fault. We have 2 of the agility, so we'll do that. And April is batshit insane, so we're going to use the sock puppet to calm her down. And is Baby hungry? He's starving, weak, and tired. Oh, my love. Okay. I will give you that. And I will also give you the med kit because you are weak. He's the real MVP, guys. 4 cans of soap, 1 med kit. And he brought something else back. And I still don't know why I'm whispering. Good news, Captain. We've got an incoming transmission. Playing now. Oh no, the communication is scrambled. The signal is not strong enough. Maybe your crewmate could get on top of the ship and try to adjust the receiving dish. Let's just hope Baby is agile enough to do the job. Will you send him outside to give it a shot? You bet your sweet ass I will. Like, why wouldn't I do that? That's a way to get an ending. Of course I'm gonna send him out there. You crazy. Goal achieved. Await contact. All right, so we reached our goal. What's the next one? The next one is nothing. We have no goals. We are people with no goals. We're basically bums. Where's Emmett, though? He better come back because it's day 25 and I gotta feed everybody. Please be here. He's not back yet. Wait, what happened? It doesn't say anything here that he's gone, so where the hell is he? I mean, Baby's wearing his skid mark ass underwear on top of his head, so that's definitely not a good sign. And an alien vessel is approaching. They want us to do a dance-off, so we're gonna use our happy feet to take care of that. And we're also going to give them food, and I gotta make a sock puppet because Baby Bronco is insane. Why are you insane? I feel like ever since I chose April as a captain, people are going insane. Like, she went insane, Baby went insane, and I won't be surprised if Emmett goes insane later. And April and Baby accepted the Dance Lord's challenge, but lost the dance-off. Well, that sucks, hairy-ass nuts. We still gotta wait 1 more day for the med kit. And good morning, Captain. Remember how we received the transmission, but the signal wasn't strong enough? Yes, I do remember. We are going to use the battery to make it stronger. And where the hell is Emmett? Wait, did he die? Wait, I think he died. I mean, he has X's over his eyes, so that means he's dead. How did I not know that? I am the captain of this ship, and I didn't even know one of my crewmates died. That is bullshit. All right, whatever. We're just going to end the day. We're going to make the med kit, then we're going to make the sock puppet, and then Baby Bronco's going to scavenge some more. I didn't even know that he died. I honestly didn't. So let's make the sock puppet. Captain Angeli. Is it Angeli or Angel? Let me know what you guys think. I think it's Angeli. There is a delivery guy outside, leaning out of some kind of wormhole. The boxes behind him read, Pisces Pizza, delivery in 300 milliseconds or your money back. He angrily waves a greasy box at us. His English is hard to parse. I wonder where or when he's from. Should we attempt dialogue or give him something valuable in exchange for the box of stuff? I ain't giving him jack shit. If he can't even communicate with me, I ain't even gonna give him anything. It actually kind of still pisses me off that Emmett's dead. And the fact that Baby Bronco's insane. So we're gonna feed them on day 30. I still think I have enough soup. Let me see how many cans of soup I have left. I have 4 cans, so I can feed them 2 more times, so that's 10 plus days. And we're getting some communication coming through, Captain. It's very muddled and hard to decipher, but I think I caught a fragment of it. It's like a repeating message and goes something like this.
Cow like, we like, no cow, no like.
Huh? I have no idea what that means. If this is some kind of riddle, it surely requires more lateral thinking than I was programmed with. Should we do anything about the message? Yeah, we're gonna put on that gas mask. And we are also gonna give... No, we're not. It's not even done yet? I was gonna give him the sock, but that shit ain't even done yet? I could take off my sock right now, put it on my hand, and just talk to Baby Bronco like a therapist. Watch, I can do it right now. Baby Bronco, tell me all your problems. The eerie message we got over the comms about somebody really liking cows gave you an idea. You grabbed the mask from your inventory, fitted it on your head, got down on all fours, and started mooing. Why in the holy mother of everything did I start mooing? I'm not 100% certain that was necessary, Captain, but the fact is the message stopped. Okay, good. And we got the sock puppet, and we have no more resources. So what we're gonna do, we are going to see what this is. Man, Baby Bronco has been in a strange mood all day. You finally decided to ask him what's up. Cap, Baby says, no one's ever trusted me with anything but my muscles. All I ever hear is how I'm just brawn. My parents used to say I'm always strong-arm myself into more trouble than I was worth, Cap. He whispered, am I a liability? You know what? We're going to say no. We're going to say that's a no bueno. And we're going to give him the sock puppet one more day until we feed them. And I think I'm also going to send him out because I need more materials. And when Baby was having a crisis of purpose, you reassured him that he's not a liability. You said while his brawn is useful, his good nature and keenness are what makes him a team favorite. Very tactful, Captain. Baby's eyes welled up. You're the closest thing I've ever had to a mom, Cap, he said. Mine didn't do much for me. The only reason I'm here is Mama and Papa Bronco gave me up to the cops. They left me in jail, said I wasn't even theirs. Wait, why did they leave you in jail? If you didn't do anything wrong, then why did you go to jail? You both got a bit emotional and Bronco laid his massive head on your shoulder. You don't remember feeling this protective of anyone or anything. So he's super loyal that he's actually my soulmate, so that's good. She actually doesn't look too happy about that, but you know what? You two are the only ones on the ship, so that's either got to be your soulmate or that's going to be your cellmate. And just thinking about what I just said, that doesn't even make any sense, but whatever. Captain, it's finally happening. We're receiving a transmission. It appears to originate from somewhere on this planet. Let's have a listen. It turns out there's a group of fellow crash survivors out there. They're also trapped on the planet but seem to have some resources that you lack. Perhaps with their supplies you'd be able to get your ship off the ground. A member of this other group is still on the line. Will you attempt to befriend them or try to threaten them to establish your authority? We're definitely going to be peacemakers because we only have Baby Bronco. I don't know how well April can handle herself in a situation like that. So all we're going to do is use our intelligence to, you know, calm them down. We got to be smooth talkers like me. If I was in a situation like that, the only thing that I could do is try to make people laugh or try to calm them down. If it resorted to a fist fight, then I'm pretty sure I'm going to get my ass whooped. Yesterday, you spoke with a group of other survivors. Thanks to your considerable negotiation skills, you were able to find out more about them. It turns out that the other survivors are in fact prisoners from a crashed convict ship. Okay, so we actually got that ending before. But you know what? We have April as our captain, and I told you guys this is going to be a one-take J situation. So we are going to get an ending on our first try with the new captain. Captain, I found something interesting on the surface of the planet. Looks like somebody passed their time by playing tic-tac-toe. So that is a good scenario to get some materials. And you know what? Since we're about to get rescued, should I send Baby out? We only have 2 more cans of soup. I should send him to a place that doesn't have that many hazards. Let me see. Temple? That's not going to take that long, right? You know what? I'm going to send him to Temple. And rest in peace, Emmett. I didn't even know that you died. The prisoners contacted us again, Captain. It appears they came up with a plan that might be beneficial to both parties. They want your help in repairing their massive ship. In return, if they manage to get the vessel off the ground, they're offering for you to leave the planet with them. Well, you could definitely use a ride off this barren rock. Will you trust the prisoners and pledge to help them repair their ship? Sure. I'll give that a thumbs up. I'll give that a thumbs up right up the prisoner ass. And I don't really know why I would thumb up a prisoner in his ass, but you know what? We gotta get off the ship and we gotta do anything with any means possible. And the goals have been updated. Check goals section for details. So we gotta help the prisoners. And Baby Bronco's back. He brought back 11 chemicals, 2 soup, and he brought back his sweet-ass self. And Baby spotted a blue veiny fruit. Okay, I don't want to mess with anything that's blue and veiny, okay? That's pretty sus. But somebody has to try the fruit, so we're going to use our human guinea pig, and let's see what happens to him. I hate that you can't say no in those situations. Like, what if that blue veiny fruit slaps you in the face with its blue veiny ass? You announced that the strange little fruit near the ship was worth trying out, and Baby's hand shot up. However, the joyous look on his face as he sunk his teeth into it quickly turned to horror. The remaining half was full of wriggling purple worms. See, that's why I wish there was a no option with that scenario, because I knew some bullshit like that was gonna happen. And news from the prisoners, Captain. The repairs of their vessel are going smoothly, but they need a battery. Okay, I do have a battery, matter of fact, and I hate that you can't choose no in those situations. But we gave the battery, and they're going to be in contact with us soon. So we're pretty much going to get an ending any day now. And a metallic cylinder has been blown next to the shuttle by the violent winds. What an opportunity for research. It consists of 2 sections. One's opening is stuck and needs to be forced agape. The other is locked, requiring a deft hand to open. Which shall it be? I guess we'll use the one for deft hands because I definitely don't want to be forcing things agape. That is not the way that I like to operate. So we're going to feed these guys. And that's actually the last cans of soup. But you know what? I'm banking on the prisoners coming back before 5 days. Our new friends, the prisoners, contacted you to let you know that they need some sort of guide to properly make repairs to their ship. They're still asking me for shit? Damn, they're needier than my first girlfriend. They're asking for a book? What's next? You gonna ask for my left lung? I don't remember them being this needy for all this bullshit. They asked me for like 4 items in a row. Usually they just ask you for like 2 things and then it's the end. So yesterday you got your new allies a handbook to help them repair their ship. It turned out to be really useful to them. And they took me away with them. So we gave them the book, and then they took us on their ship, and now we're with all these goofy-ass dudes.
And so, Captain, April, Angeli, and Baby Bronco joined forces with a community of prisoners to repair the convict ship. As the humongous vessel rose off the ground, it was no longer a monument to bondage, but a chariot of freedom instead. While many of the ship's passengers never returned to their original homes, they made new ones all across the galaxy. While neither Baby nor April fully comprehended the nature of their relationship, they both instinctively knew that their fates would be intertwined until the very last star in the universe went out, or until one of them got bored. Emmett's adventures was shorter than he would have hoped for, but by the time he made his unfortunate exit, he witnessed more wonders of the universe than he thought possible. This has been a dream come true for April Angeli in a lot of ways. She got to order someone around, someone who would call her Captain and addressed her with respect. The fact that this someone was a machine was a cherry on top for Captain Angeli. Astro, on the other hand, didn't understand what the big deal was. It seems like ages ago have passed. We've heard all this before.
So we got our ending as April Angeli. We survived 49 days, but there is one new thing that they added to 60 Parsecs. It's like a mission mode. It's not like the full scavenge mode and stuff like that. You pick the mission, and then you gotta achieve like all the goals, and then you can unlock like all these points in order to like play new missions. I'm gonna show you guys what it looks like. So you click on this right here, and then we can play as April, we can play as Emmett, or we can play as Dee Dee. So I'm actually gonna try this out before I end today's episode. So let's try Space Pursuit with April, and our missions are fully upgrade the ship's engines, don't lose any crewmates, and finish the main objective in 20 days or less. Okay guys, so with this mission mode, you don't get to scavenge. You just start off with these people right here. My main objective, I think, is to fully upgrade the ship's engines, and I gotta finish the main objective in 20 days or less. That's not even a lot of time. So to upgrade it, I gotta go right here, and we need 40 of the chemical and 40 of the rock. We only have 10 of each. So what I gotta do, I gotta go into hustle mode. Like, I have how many cans of soup? I have 9 cans of soup. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna break that bitch down. I'm gonna break the soup down. I'm gonna get 10 rock. If I do that 3 times, then I'll get 40 of the rock material. And then I'm only gonna need 40 of the chemical. So let's do that. Let's break that down. And an alien vessel is approaching. They want to do a dance-off. If I win the dance-off, I'm gonna get some material. So I definitely have all the crew members to make that happen. And I think the reward is like 20 or 30 of the rock material. Let me see. I got 20 battery. Fuck. It's not what I needed. Whatever. Let's just keep breaking down the soup. And then we could definitely upgrade the ship's engines within 20 days if we do that. Actually, no. Before we break down the soup, I gotta make a med kit. Just in case somebody gets all messed up. Because these mission modes, I think they're hard. I think that when they created the mission mode stuff for the DLC, they made it like super Viagra hard. And we definitely can't lose anybody because that's one of our objectives too. But this scenario, I think that she gives you stuff if you give her soup. She gives you chemicals. Yeah, like all this stuff's starting to come back to me. I think that she gives you chemicals, right? Yeah, she gave me 40. Okay, so all I gotta do is break down more soup and then we can upgrade the ship's engine. And we're already gonna land on a planet. So we got the med kit, we lost 1 can of soup. But we're about to land on the planet, so let me actually break the soup down one more time. Wait, we only have 20 of the rock? So we gotta break it down 2 more times. Okay, but let's land on the planet, and then as soon as we land, we're gonna send somebody out to scavenge. I'm trying to figure out how to do this mission mode stuff, because it's super interesting. I love the fact that, like, you actually have, like, detailed stuff you need to do, because that's right up my alley. And we're on PHOBONOS. Nobody seems to be hurt. That's good news. We broke down the soup, so we gotta break it down one more time for the homie DJ Screw. Actually, you know what? Let me send somebody out to Large Bunker. I can get the battery, and I can get some battery power. The only hazard is this black butthole right here, and it doesn't take me that long to search it and then come back. So we're gonna send out Baby Bronco, and it's day 6. Should I give people soup? Are they super hungry? You're hungry, and you're hungry and weak? Why are you weak? Why the hell are you weak, April? You didn't even do anything. You've been sitting there the whole time. Is being a captain too hard for you that it made you weak? Well, we got 40 of the chemical and the rock, so let's upgrade this system. It's only going to take us 2 days. And Captain, this planet's temperature fluctuations have caused a part of my interior sensor bank to warp. Okay, well, I don't have the lighter for that. She's weak and starving. You know what? I don't want you to die, so I'm going to give you the med kit, and I'm going to give you the soup. And I'll also give Tom the soup so he won't feel left out. And hopefully Baby doesn't die, because one of my objectives is everybody's got to live. So if he dies, I'm going to revive him, then I'm going to kill him again. And now we got one more day of the upgrades for the ship. Hopefully that's all I need to do. If I need to do more, then I don't know if I'm going to get this done within 20 days. So we got a gun. That's good, because we might need to protect ourselves. And I need 35 battery to repair the engines, and it's only day 9. I could definitely get that done. Captain, don't alert Tom, but something got the drop on me. It appears to be some kind of droid. It just activated. A web sack on its back carries flotsam, metal scrap, bits of plants, and other oddities, including something which looks like a skull. It's extending its grip to open the airlock. Shall I secure the outer airlock door and deny the robot entry? Hell to the yeah, you should. Why would I not tell Tom about that? He's part of the crew! It's not like he's an outsider, like he is my buddy. I dare to say that he might be my butt buddy. And Baby Bronco came back with 32 of the battery, some tape, some armor, and 3 cans of soup. Holla freaking Luya. Thank you so much for that. But I have 77 battery? Okay, I gotta break something down. I'll break down... Ooh, I don't know. I don't want to do the soup because I barely have any soup. Let's just break down this artifact because it's going to give me 5 battery. But we now have enough battery power to upgrade the ship's engines one more time. If we have to do anything else to this engine, there's no way I'm going to be able to do this within 20 days. Ma'am, one of the crew spotted something strange in our neighborhood. A space ghost floating towards our boat with purpose. Are we carrying anything mysterious it might be interested in? Yeah. A pistol to the face! All you gotta do is get that gun and just go, oh my god! Baby Bronco died? And not only did Baby die, Tom is now insubordinate. Why? What the holy mother of God did I do to you? Captain, Thomas found a toppled object nearby. A flat edge protruding from the ground with lights flickering below the dirt. You report that it appears to be a computer interface, strange hexagonal buttons with an alphabet of 60 characters. Who would you nominate to study it further? Well, Tom Thompson's clever, so I'm gonna have him take a look at it. And we got 2 more days until this rocket shit completes. Tom poked and prodded at the various buttons on the toppled alien computer nearby, but none of them revealed any intelligence. After rotating a particular dial a couple of times, the machine deactivated. I must admit, Captain, I empathize with the machine. I'd also shut off and go quiet if some imbecile organism was poking at me and prodding me, no offense. Tom keeps asking for soup. Well, shut your insubordinate ass up. We got 1 more day until the ship's engines are complete, so nobody eats the last can of soup until then. Well, that's unexpected, Captain. There's cheese in the pantry. At least I think it's cheese. No, that's not cheese. I think that's like a bar of soap, right? Yeah, like once you eat it, it says, that wasn't cheese at all, that was soap. So we're not even gonna take the chance. And the end. That was it? That was the end? I thought that you had to complete those objectives and then try to get an ending. So it's not really that hard. All you gotta do is complete those 3 things, and then bam, you're done.
And so, April Angeli managed to turn a dilapidated shuttle into a state-of-the-art vessel and outran the merciless squad of death robots. A rumor quickly spread that the renovated vessel was able to traverse even the longest routes in less than 12 parsecs. But that seems unlikely, since, as every child knows, parsec is a unit of distance, not time.
Alright guys, but that's gonna do it for this episode of 60 Parsecs. There is a new DLC character. We just played as her. Her name is April. There are also new missions that we can do. There's one with Emmett, Dee Dee, and there's other unlockables. If you guys want me to try that in another episode, make sure you guys give this video 1 big fat like. And tell a friend today that Jay from the Cub Scouts is dead too!